Hey, good Saturday morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I haven't given you a garden update in a few weeks now, because really hasn't have nothing to update, but our fall garden is in the ground, and let's take a look. Okay, over here at our seed table that we've started, we have from left to right, we have some cabbage, some green bell pepper, banana pepper, jalapeno pepper, red bell pepper, and yellow bell pepper. And then in the back, we got left to right, we got Chef's Choice tomatoes, Sun Gold tomatoes, Homestead tomatoes, another Homestead tomato, and Celebration tomatoes. And then over here in this tray, got some garlic chives. And then over here in the back, we got some Detroit beets. And then we have some tomatoes here. I don't know what kind of tomatoes these are, growing right here. Then we have baby leaf lettuce in this tray here. Here we have two yellow pear tomatoes, and they've started to get blooms on them, but no fruit yet. And they're the same age, planted the same day, but well, you can see that one on the left is really taken off. And what it is, it's getting a little bit more sunlight than what on the right's got to do, so we need to flip them and see if we can get the one on the right to grow. Box here on the right is the Sweetie 100 cherry tomatoes. Then the three cherry tomato plants, or the three tomato plants here, are yellow pear tomatoes. And what's ironic is the smallest of the 5 plants has already produced 2 of these. So, don't know why that is, but it has. Again, some more tomatoes right here. Then we have 2 different kinds of radishes growing right here. Then over here is our mustard greens. And I know some of my organic folks don't like to see 7 dust, but we have been farming, and I've been around farming all my life. We have used chemicals all my life, and as long as you use them according to the manufacturer's directions, you won't convince me otherwise that they're not safe to use. And then we have our sweet banana pepper plant. That thing just keeps giving and giving and giving and giving. It has been here all summer long, and you can see it is still giving. It even has new peppers growing, so it's showing no signs of giving up. This box is more cucumbers here, and we got to get our trellises up. Have some snow peas here. Have some okra here. And I'm learning to eat okra if you're watching this Nuffin Edit. I still have to hide it and mask it in other food, but at least I'm eating it. If you remember this one bean plant, I don't even remember, I think it's a Kentucky Wanderer if I remember correctly. It's only one of 10 that survived, so it's still here. And then she's planted, I think these are some kind of bush bean around here. And then she has hid my carrots. Got a few growing here, and that's one thing I keep getting Jackie about, is she's overcrowding our boxes, because when she sees all that topsoil or that dirt and nothing in it, she thinks she needs to plant something. So I think this box is going to get overgrown quick, and we still have to plant somewhere, all that in the seed trays. So I think we're going to do some container gardening over the fall as well. So that's all I have here at the house. Let's go to my mother-in-law's and look and see what we did over there. Okay, I'm over here at my mother-in-law's, and we've got some yellow pear tomatoes here, and I do not remember what that is over there. So have to take a guess at that, and I'll have to update and tell you that later. And some more Celebration tomatoes here. And yes, we have a lot of tomatoes, but you know what, with 6 families eating out of our pantry, spaghetti sauce and salsa and stewed tomatoes goes quick. So let's go look at a raised flower bed way over there. So I can't remember if I showed you this or not, but we built this out of old blocks that we had sitting around. And it's 3 blocks high, but I did use a bunch of broken blocks and cement under the bottom to keep from using so much topsoil, and black cow manure and potting soil and all that. But here we have cue ball and one ball squash on the left, have mustard here on the right, and you can see we had mustard at the house, but where ours is almost ready to pick, by the time ours is done, we'll come over here and pick this and eat this. And here on the outside rows, we put in some strawberry plants. So while the cells aren't that wide, they go deep, so the roots are going to have plenty of room to go down and won't be competing next to the plant next to them. But we've had one here die and one here die, and honestly, when we got these things, they were all near death. So to me, with what we have growing, that was simply fantastic that we could bring these back to life. Banana tree, no bananas. We do have a friend with a banana tree, and she has told us we could have all the bananas off it, so we're over there tweaking on that thing, so that way we can eat fresh bananas. Homegrown in South Georgia, not Brazil. We'll eat Georgia bananas. So yes, I said I'm at my mother-in-law's, but hopefully one day my last house in about 2 years will be sitting in that spot right there, or somewheres over here. That's my goal, is to get that piece of dirt right there. And then we have pecan trees here in the yard. And I'm going to close by saying this, and this is meant for you, Colette Fry. I know since you're married to one of the judges of Shed Wars, you had the fall season called off because you was scared of the harvest of that poundage. Those grapefruits are hanging on. You see it's almost about to break this tree. It's never done that before. And the oranges, good Lord, they're falling off the tree. We've done lost half the tree of oranges. So that poundage alone, along with what else we've got growing, Colette, I know you were scared. Okay, I have a Shed Wars question. So since Shed Wars is about growing food and self-sustainment, obviously this is not food, but yet we sell these for decorations. So does that poundage count? Because the money that we garner from that could be used to expand our gardens. So does that weight count towards a Shed Wars total? And in closing, in the spring of 2021, we'll keep our raised flower beds and our boxes and our block plants, but here's the garden space. Don't know how much of it we'll get planted. You can see we've been cleaning up and burning old limbs here from the pecan trees. Limbs have fallen down, but that's going to be a huge garden space. That's if Colette don't get the rules changed again. Well, I thought I was done, but Jackie decided we had more to do, and I had forgot these 2 containers earlier. I did say we'd do some container gardening, and we have these. So these are potatoes, and I mentioned earlier that we was going to put a trellis up for the cucumbers. You can see we have done that. That trellis is about 8 foot tall, so if those cucumbers grow that tall, I'll be amazed but happy. But there's nothing stopping them but the sky. But the other thing she did was decided for her container garden, instead of containers just sitting on the ground, she went and bought this contraption. Now we actually got a good deal on it, so I can't fuss about it, because for what we paid for it in boards, in time, it was honestly, for today, in the next couple of weeks, worth the money to go buy it. The next one I'll build, but all you have this one is a template, so I won't have to do all that figuring. I'll know exactly how many 2x4s I need and what length I need them. So let's put some empty containers in it and just see what it looks like. So this stand, it would actually hold 10 5-gallon containers, but we only had 9, so we got to go get another one. So this keeps them up off the ground, keeps everything better looking because it's staggered, so the aesthetics from just where we're living looks a whole lot better. But the other good thing about this is if we need to, in the wintertime, if we've got something in there, we can move this whole thing inside the garage. If we're not growing any vegetables or anything in the wintertime, then instead of those just sitting on the garage floor, they can be moved to in here. So multiple uses for this thing. So we're gonna have to build some more in the future. And now in closing, Jackie picked this up from her aunt. One of her aunts gave it to her, and this is not its final home, it's just where it's sitting today. But excuse me, this is where she will end up planting some more strawberry plants. So they will just be scattered around on that. So that ends our video for today, this week. And again, y'all take care. Have a blessed weekend, a better week next week. And I just pray that God bestows many blessings upon your life. Y'all take care. Okay, Jackie changed her plans again. So that wasn't the end of the video. This is going to be the end of the video. So now you see the strawberry pot with the strawberries planted in it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strawberry plants in there. So we're going to have some strawberries and more than likely some strawberry jelly or strawberry jam. So now this is the end. Y'all take care. Have a blessed weekend. A better week next week. And may God continue to bless you.